Hello. Hi. 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 Hello. I miss you. Hi. 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 I miss just hanging out, so I wanted to do a little yap stream, but I'm also not 100% healthy right now, which is why I said it'll probably be short in the title. Dark Knight Cecil, thank you for the 11 months. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not like super sick or anything. It's just because I got really shit sleep for the entire weekend taking care of my bunny. Because for those of you who might not have heard, one of my bunnies was super sick. So I had to wake up every 3 hours to force feed the little fucker. So now that I'm not stressed about that, my body is saying, fuck you, you stupid cunt. Why have you done this to us? So my throat hurts. And the top of my mouth is raw, which my brain is like maybe probably some sort of vitamin deficiency. I think it's just my connective tissue saying, haha, why? And all my joints hurt, and that's a pretty normal thing for me, but it's one of those like things where it's like, okay, I know that if I push myself, it will have worse consequences. So but I wanted to hang out. I still wanted to come hang out. Yeah. Okay, I gave Tori shit because Tori was big sick. Okay, I'm just little sick. It's different. Little sick versus big sick. I still have to take care of myself, which is why we're not gonna go for super long probably, but we're still gonna go, you know. And Vigor, thank you for the 12 months and happy birthday. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Vigred! Happy birthday to you! Hello! Hi, Pink Spirit! Hello. Wait. That's the wrong chat. Oops. I'm reading Mira's chat. Let me... I had Mira's chat beside my... I should stop lurking and... It's fine. I'm just talking to people that aren't even here. They're hanging out with my wife. Look at that. It's fine. I covered hers with mine. It's fine. I was reading 3 chats instead of 2 chats like an overachiever. It's fine. Cause she's on the Minecraft server, and she has a to-do list, and one of the things on her to-do list was to rob me, and so I was like, usually I would just lurk, but I was like, what do you mean, rob Pekoe? And then I had to help her rob me again, because she apparently is completely blind, and so I just had to scream at her in all caps. Because she was looking for hops, and it was fucking planted, and she even went through, and she was like, all right, the tea, and what is like tea, and cabbage, and cucumbers, and wheat, and tomatoes, all done, and well, right beside the tomatoes was the hops, and she just fucking pretended it didn't exist multiple times. So I was screaming at her, all caps, in her chat. It's fine. She figured it out eventually. I helped her steal from me. Yeah, but you know, as one does, I do much lurking in cute girl streams, but especially.
Jenna Noel has tithed $20 in treasures. Maybe have something nice to eat tonight since you're a little sick.
Thank you. Can I use it for lunch tomorrow instead? I had my dinner. I had 2 pieces of pizza. One was mushroom and bacon, and one was Hawaiian. And then I also have a protein drink. Woo! A protein shake. And it's the most delicious protein shake that I've ever had. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, I'll get a healthy lunch. Does that mean I need vegetables? Oh, I was gonna get a pie. Yes, it's fine. I won't get a dessert for lunch tomorrow. I'll get a real meal. I know what I'll get. I'll get a sandwich with a side that has vegetables in it. There's a health place, a health food place. But they actually have really good food too. Yeah. I'll go to that place. I'll get a delicious sandwich and some vegetables. They have good Brussels sprouts. They have good cauliflower too. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. I don't want both. I just need one. I don't need more than one vegetable. I just need one vegetable. Hi. Well, ass pie for well, they're like little pies. You know, you can go in. You can get a sandwich and a pie. Yeah, you get like a nice warm. Well, they're not quite paninis, but they're like, you know, like a toasted sandwich, and then they also have like personal sized pies. You know, like blueberry pies or an apple pie. But I'll be good. I'll get something better for me tomorrow. But yeah, I've got a vitamin drink on my desk, and I've got my water on my desk, and I've got just the little bit of my protein powder on my protein drink on my desk. Yeah. Hi, Martin. Hello. Yeah. Have fun in your meeting. I know that they're good people, so I hope that you have a good time. Hi, Bailey. Yeah, I ranted a little bit, I believe, in the Discord yesterday about how delicious my new protein powder is, but I'm gonna share it with everyone here because I got influenced by ads again. It's fine. It's fine. You know, ads work for a reason. I am the target demographic. But I was looking for it anyway, so it's you know, it's good. Because I was looking for a new protein powder, because the one that I had, it was so bad that I checked the date actually yesterday, and it's 2 years expired. That's how often I've used it, because it tastes like shit. So yeah, so I got a new one. And it's delicious. It's wonderful. I got a tester pack because there was one particular flavor that I really wanted. I haven't actually even tried it yet because I'm trying to leave it for last. But so far, the two flavors that I have tried, both are really, really good. Yesterday, I had one that was a Thai tea flavored, and when I say flavored, it actually has tea in it. So they are slightly caffeinated, which for anyone but me might be a problem, given the fact that I tend to drink them after work. But I'm me, and caffeine doesn't work quite the same way as it does for most people. So yeah, you brought Fruity Pebbles protein powder, which is disturbingly delicious. No, I think I'm in the same boat, because I'm like, I kind of just want to drink this as like a normal drink, but like I know that it's far too fucking expensive if I were to get the actual protein powder for me to just drink it as like a Also, it's probably not great if I just like fucking downed a stupid amount of protein. Yeah, they're tea flavored. So yesterday I had the Thai tea flavored one, and it was really good, quite sweet though, which, you know, makes sense. Thai tea is very sweet in general. But yeah, it was really good. And today I had the matcha flavored one. I've only got a little bit left in the bottom of my cup. Also fucking delicious. A little sweet for matcha for my taste. Let me put this on the floor. There we go. It's a little bit sweet for the matcha for my taste, because I do prefer my matcha unsweetened. I am very traditional when it comes to my green teas usually. But yeah, it's so good so far. And so I've got a couple other flavors. There's like a taro milk tea. I don't know if that one's caffeinated or not. There's just like a normal like boba milk tea flavor, which is like an Assam black tea, which is what most boba like milk teas are based off of. There's a London fog one. There is a mango something coconut flavored one, which I'm assuming that one isn't caffeinated either, but I don't know. And then the last one is the one that I'm super heckin' interested in. It's the reason that I was interested in the first place. And that one was a hojicha tasting tea, protein. Yeah. Hi, Gwen. Hello, Manuel Weaver Raid. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. You can ask a question. I can't say for sure if I'm gonna answer it or not, but yeah, you can for sure answer. Thank you, Kumi. Right back at you. I hope you also make sure that you stay hydrated and healthy. We're all just doing our best out here. The one thing I can say is that I'm hydrated. I'll take that one. I can't so much say that for healthy, but you know, you could do it for hydrated. I got that one in the bag, right? You have it in the bag? Yeah, that's the saying. My brain wanted to say bank for a second, and I was like, that's not correct. That's definitely not correct, but it's fine. Thank you for the hydrate. How to do the streaming thing? Well, it depends on what you want to do and how you're doing it. But number one, make sure you've got OBS and you got all your accounts and connect everything on up. Number two, if you're a Facecam streamer, make sure you have a camera. If you're a VTuber, make sure you set all that shit up because that's its own fucking issue. You know? Number three is just, actually streaming, hitting that button, doing the thing. I feel like a lot of people will say as well, like, I think one of the most common things is, like, when you're just starting out, if you're trying to get, like, a new community and get attention, the best way to do it is to, like, make content outside of just streaming. Now, the reason I'm saying it like this is because I am not, generally a person who does a ton of content outside of streaming. I make the odd short. I used to do more shorts, but I also work, which is also part of the reason I stream at weird hours sometimes. So I don't have a butt ton of time. I want to get back on making shorts. I just have to actually get around to doing it, and I don't like editing videos. So it is what it is. I'll figure it out, But yeah, making content outside of just streaming, important. Do shorts really do much for discoverability? When you're starting out, yes. I think of all things, shorts have the most chance of getting eyes on you as a content creator. It's also how you're going to, if you want to get your subscriber numbers up, which a lot of new streamers want, especially on like YouTube, you need the 1,000 followers to be able to raid into people or to have people raid into you. So shorts is the easiest way to hit that number. Yeah. It's also the thing that's most likely to go viral in the algorithm. And if you make shorts for YouTube, you can also cross-post them to things like TikTok, or Instagram Reels. So, like, it is the best way to get some sort of traction, if that's what you're doing. I should do more shorts. I haven't done a short in a hot second. I keep meaning to, and then life kicks me in the butt, and I get sick, or the bunnies get sick, or the people die. It's been a time, but we'll get back on the grind. It's fine. I'll start making videos again soon, I promise. Yeah. Short seemed to be good for, well, somebody at least saw that. Yeah, it's the best way to get the highest amount of eyes on your content. And like, it can be things that you cut out of streaming, right? Like you can do like bits and pieces. That's usually what I've done in the past is like clip style shorts, or I do singing shorts a lot of the time when I do them. But a lot of people as well do like scripted things. I've been thinking about doing things like that. There's one that I really want to do. I keep seeing it on TikTok. Don't bite the streamer. There's like you guys know that there's that one opera song. I think everyone probably is like la 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 la. Anyway, I keep seeing a TikTok that's like, all right, I'm gonna get all of my friends to sing this one thing because it gets really high, and I'm like, I kind of want to see if I can get my friends, see if I can get some of the girlies to see if they'll record that for me for a short. You have to not be born. Yeah, well, you know, some people don't know songs. It's fine. Yeah, hope you managed to stop living in interesting times. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, because it gets really high, and I was like, I want to see what the girls would do, you know? I want to see. So I think that could be really interesting, but... Or, well, I don't know if it'll be really interesting, but it would give me a laugh. Do the opera performance from The Fifth Element? Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm not going to make anyone do that. Unless, well, maybe Mion. I would get Mion to do that, but it wouldn't be funny because she'd be good at it because she sung opera. You know, the thing that makes it funny is like some people are good at it and some people are not good at it, and then it's silly tee hee ha ha. But that's why I'm like, I have to ask the girls. I know. There's some of them will be more likely to want to do it than others. Yeah, Mion and you doing it, noob versus pro. Yeah, fucking soprano versus the fucking alto. Great, wonderful. Yep. That sounds great. I'm sure that'll go over well. Oh, it would absolutely not go over well. In fact, it would be very bad. It's fine. Someday I'll learn how to use my falsetto range. Someday my head voice will exist. That day is not today. You know, maybe it'll be sooner than later. That would be cool. I've been working on it slowly, ever so slowly. Time is ticking forward. But you know, it is what it is. Are you gonna have another class or two? I do have a couple of singing classes left because I prepaid for 5, and I think I've had 3. So I've got 2 left. I was supposed to have one a couple of weeks ago, but then I was sick, and then I obviously didn't have one this last week because Chai was sick. And this coming week, I already had multiple streams planned. So I'll probably have one next week. Even though I have a girlie who also asked me to do a collab, but I think that's when the singing teacher is gonna want to have it. So we'll see. Sick a lot. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you do not have a body that likes to behave as a body. Does it feel like you're singing from the head or the chest? Well, I, generally speaking, sing from my chest. I don't like singing in falsetto. In fact, I hate it so much that I've essentially trained myself to not do it, which is bad. And I've pushed my chest voice up well higher than even a high soprano usually breaks into falsetto, which is not healthy for your vocal cords. So I sing out of spite, apparently, and that the thing I spite is the falsetto range. Yeah. Take it the teacher has a flexible schedule decently, but like she also has a whole bunch of stuff, so she has like certain days that are better. And Thursday happens to be one of them, and usually that's not a problem, but currently there's a bunch of people who like streaming earlier in the day than I do who want to collab, which is wonderful. I do love girls, but at the same time, it makes planning a lot harder. Makes planning a lot harder. But like this Thursday, actually, that's part of the reason I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to keep it short so I can get more rest and not get sick. Cause on Thursday, which I guess technically is tomorrow, given that technically it's Wednesday right now, I have 3 streams. I think I only have 2 on the schedule, but there is a stream at 1 a.m. and then there is a stream at 5:30 p.m. Yes, with Eva and Chio, because we're gonna play some Minecraft, and then there's gonna be Fallout at 10. Yes, and that's all on Thursday. Woo! Yeah. Only 2 on this schedule? Yeah, because my fucking schedule doesn't fit more than 2 things on it. There's no room to put anything else. So I was just like, it's fine. If I make a waiting room for 1 a.m., they'll know that I'm streaming. It's fine. It's fine. Everything will be perfectly A-okay. Yes. La 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 la. Bow. She don't sleep? I do. I sleep just usually between the times of like 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. Totally normal times. You're gonna be sick Thursday. No, you're not. You're gonna go be a proper adult, Phantom. If I had to be a proper adult this week, you also have to be a proper adult this week. What do you mean, what? What do you mean? That's crazy. Why are you questioning that? That's a totally normal raccoon sleep schedule. The totally normal raccoon sleep schedule. Yeah. Don't question the raccoon. Just a very normal raccoon. Yeah, what do you mean, freaking VTubers? Sleepy and eepy. Okay, it is true that I am sleepy and eepy, but you have a headache, you can't. Depends on what kind of headache it is. But to be fair, I'm very desensitized to most headaches because I have chronic headaches. But I hope your head feels better. Headaches are no fun. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. So I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. You've done my adulting this week? Ooh, very nice. Have some time off. That's lovely. That's lovely. Midnight to 10 a.m. is fine too. I suppose so, but to me, past midnight is like peak doing things hours. You know, past midnight is peak productivity hours. Right? What do you mean, no wonder me and Tori are so bonded? That's crazy. That's wild. Oh my god. VTubers and normal sleep schedules are very rare. Tell that to like fucking half of the people I know, cause like that's what I thought too. But then Mocha has a normal-ish sleep schedule because she has school and stuff, and Blair has a normal-ish sleep schedule because she has work and shit, and she's always just kind of had a normal-ish sleep schedule, and Chio has a normal sleep schedule, and Eva has a normal sleep schedule, and Mira has a normal sleep schedule. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. She does leave voicemails really late. They're not like super late. They're decently late, I guess, for a normal person. I wouldn't think that they're all that late, to be fair. You don't think Chio has a normal sleep schedule? She does, sometimes. She goes to sleep really early. Really early. And me and Eva pass each other sometimes. I'll, like, message her, and because I'll be like, I'll be checking, like, oh, like, hey, like, for example, you guys saw that she kidnapped me on day 1 for Minecraft, right? And so I was double checking to see if she was gonna be on opening day, and I sent her a message, and as I was getting ready for bed, that's when she messaged me back. She's like, oh yeah, for sure. Cause she gets up for work when I go to sleep. It's like a fart in the wind passing each other, like Jesus Christ. Rare to catch Chio streaming. Yeah, Chio goes to bed quite early. Yeah. For every Blair or Mira, there's a Pekoe or Kanna. I I would say that Kana has a pretty good sleep schedule, doesn't she? At the very least, she tends to say good night and good morning, like, very, like, habitually in terms of the timing? No, she doesn't? Oh, okay, well, she's tricked me. She sleeps at 4 a.m. her time. So, what's wrong with that? If you have a habitual and normal sleep pattern, when you go to sleep doesn't matter. And I stick by that. Yeah. More like 5 or 6 a.m. Yeah, that's totally normal. That's not it is a valid argument. I am getting a healthy and normal amount of sleep. I get better sleep than most of y'all. Fuck off. She says good morning at 1 usually. Yeah, it's great. Usually Kanna's saying good morning and I'm going to bed and it's very lovely. It's more, it really is more amount and consistent time. Yeah. Yeah. Sleep, who sleep? I sleep. None of y'all do. None of y'all do. No, why am I letting you guys judge me? You can't judge me. You all have far worse sleep schedules than I do. Sure, my hours are weird. I won't deny that. But to be fair, I am a raccoon. But, you know. Get good sleep, 9 hours of sleep. Nice. Good job, Martin. Yeah. Get good sleep. How are you gonna catch all the cute girl streams? No, that is a mood. Just to have like 5 windows open at a time and bounce between different things and learn to like get your brain to listen to a whole bunch of different things at the very same time. And a ghost, yes, that is true. I am in fact dead, but I still get better sleep than the majority of my boobies. It's fucking wild. You went to work with 0 sleeps many times. Don't do that. That's bad for you. Don't do that. Have I done that in the past? Maybe. But it's not good and it makes you tired. Meanwhile, I'm trying to listen to 3 streams at once. Multitasking. I do that at work sometimes when it's not super busy. I can't do it very often though because usually I'm not blessed with unbusy days at my job. Ugh, stupid raccoon day job, crazy. Chad to get some sleep soon. Good, get some sleep. I always appreciate seeing people, but I always say the most important thing is making sure that you guys are getting enough sleep. God damn it. More or less, took 1,000 people and told them to set an alarm for a different time, at least an hour every day, never the same time for any of 2 or 3 days. 80% of subjects ended up with depression or anxiety that went away when they normalized. Yeah. My sleep schedule is very normal. For me. For no one else, but for me, I have a very normal, like, go to bed time and get up time. For me. Not for anyone else. I run fine no matter the sleep. Are you, by any chance, still in your 20s? Because if you're saying, I can run fine no matter the sleep hour count, and you are, in fact, still in your 20s, yes, you can, but you will come to regret that. You will come to regret that decision. I'm only 19. Sure you are, buddy. Pat, there. You're not. No. Yeah. Yeah. Time isn't important as waking up the same time every day. Yeah, and trying to get at least 6 hours. Yeah. Well, I don't wake up the same time every day. On the weekends, usually I'll sleep a little bit later. And then I'll just wake up whenever my body wakes up, and I won't put an alarm on unless I have something important that I need to do. But otherwise, I wake up at 2 p.m. Yeah. Exactly. If I adjust my sleep pattern to yours, you won't judge my sleep patterns. I mean, yes, technically, because it'll be a good amount of sleep, but my sleep patterns don't necessarily fit everyone's lifestyle. They work really well for me, and they might work, you know, well for other people, but for example, if you have a day job, probably not the best option, right? Like when I was a teacher, was not a good option. I did not get enough sleep because I did not go to bed early enough. When I worked a daytime shift, it's not good. I don't get it. There's not enough sleep, you know? Not enough sleep. But it's fine, you know? You only get good sleep when a certain duck doesn't stream, which is very uncommon. Yeah. Yes. That is true. That is true. You were a teacher? Yeah, hot second ago now, but I was, yeah. Even if you never set an alarm, your body itself will try to wake up at the same time. You fucking say that, but no, it fucking doesn't. At least mine doesn't. Because if I don't set an alarm, there's a reason I said that I will set, I on the weekend, I don't set an alarm unless I have something to do. Yeah, when I say that, it's because usually my alarm gives me enough time to, like, get ready for stream. And on Saturday, sometimes if I don't set an alarm so I can do chores and stuff, sometimes I'll just, like, sleep for, like, 18 to 22 hours. So, do you set an alarm to make sure you don't sleep away the whole day? I do, yeah. If I actually want to get, like if I want to leave my house at some point, you know, like if I need to go grocery shopping or like I have a stream or something like that, then I'll set an alarm. But otherwise, no. That is also not healthy. Yeah, well, guess who's not healthy? Guess whose body is fucked? It is the dead raccoon. Who is surprised? No one should be surprised. I'm literally roadkill. I'm literally roadkill. No one should be surprised, okay? All right? When you are dead, your body just wants, you know, you're going back to that natural state, right? It's, you know, you're going back to that natural state. The bunnies don't wake you up. I wake up for the bunnies. Sometimes I'll wake up, feed them, and then go back to bed. So, yeah. Oh, Phantom, that is a low... It's a low blow. It's fine. The world knew that I would be the way that I am and was like, something needs to fuck this girl, and so it's gonna be her own body. That's, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's fine. It is what it is. That and taxes. Taxes. It's almost tax season. You thought that was cars hitting you? That too. That too, I suppose. Yeah. You go for some toast right about now. Toast is pretty good. I think I'll have a toasted sandwich for lunch tomorrow. And when I say lunch, I do mean at like 7 p.m. Probably. Yeah. Delicious toasted sandwich. Yummy. But, you know, it's good. It's lovely. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Paints a picture in your head you don't want. Well, now it's a picture that you have. Congratulations. Woohoo! Mira's trying to figure out how to grow the hops in Minecraft, and I'm watching her fail miserably, and I need her to understand that you don't break the fucking hops plant. You just have to fucking right-click it, and it'll give you goddamn hops. But I can't tell her. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out. February 23rd is the first day you can file. Yeah, I have to like get all of my stupid paperwork from the day job and then get the stupid paperwork from the bank and then get the stupid paperwork from Twitch. And then I have to do all my own stupid accounting shit. Ugh. Ah. It's fine, whatever. I'm an adult. I should be used to it by now, but still. No matter how many times you have to do your own taxes, even if you know how to do them, it's still never fun. It's stupid. It's like, it's all a trick, you know? They have all the paperwork. If you work a normal day job, there should be no purpose to... They have all of your information. Stupid. You get yours done quick. Yeah, most people do if you're like not self-employed. At least in Raccoonadia, it is pretty easy to do your taxes. Generally speaking, it's not super complicated, but if you are self-employed or you have any, or you're like, you know, a contract worker, or, you know, you have any like weird things like that where you do like write-offs or this or that, or, you know, like, then there's bonus things to fill out, but it's not like super difficult unless you're dumb, which here I am. So it is what it is, you know? Doing your taxes is more for adding things they might not have on file. Yeah, you say that, but for most people, they have it on file, you know? They have it on file. And they can find it. They can get it. They can. Because guess what? If you don't fucking file your numbers properly, they come after you anyway. They audit that shit. Okay? So they have ways of getting it. They just don't want to. So they fucking out that to you. And now you have to do the work and pay the money for doing the work. Stupid. Am I gonna do it anyway? Yes, I have to. But still, it's stupid and I hate it. Unless you're rich, yes, unless you're rich. Although I'm generally going to just assume that probably not any of us is rich enough to not have to worry about that and do all of the big fun loophole things that the ultra wealthy do on their taxes so that they don't have to pay as much taxes. I just have an accountant. Yeah, but you still need to give the accountant all the stuff, right? Like, you have to, like, keep all of the receipts and, like, make sure everything's in the right place. And, right? And then they take that and they do the thing and they put it in the right place. And, I mean, I guess if you've got, like, a big fancy accountant, then you can just give them the receipts and they'll put it in the right box for you. I have to put it in the right box for myself. So you have an all-year accountant, yeah. So you just give them the receipts and they put them in the right box and stuff. But you still have to give them the receipts. They have all your info. They have access to your bank account. I can be your accountant. Hey. Yeah, no, my parents used an accountant because my mom taught like music lessons and stuff. So my dad would like I mean, he could have done it himself, but they used one specifically just for like to have everything, like, you know, their T's crossed, their I's dotted, all that sort of shit. Yeah. Mom friend, her and her husband did, that could be completely wrong for me to say that they did accounting things. They did some sort of business thing. My brain wants to say that they were accountants. I don't fucking know, though. They did numbers and shit, you know? Buzz. Yeah, you want to see what that buzz was? That was a Discord message. From a cute girl. Oh, lovely. A Discord message from a cute girl. Not even to me, it was to another cute girl. But it's fine, I get to see it. It's the best thing about group chats. I can pretend that I'm popular even though I'm not. Message isn't even for me, but it comes directly to my phone. Oh, wonderful. It makes it feel like they care. Yeah, the best. You only get messages from cute girls if you win at League. That is not true. I get messages from cute girls and I don't win at League. Thank you very much. I don't win at League. It's funny because in the UK, there's people advocating for the rich to get taxed. Personally, don't see the point since rich people don't make their money in the UK. Yeah, but like if usually it doesn't matter where you make it, it's about where you live, right? For example, I live in Raccoonadia, and YouTube is not a Raccoonadian country, right? And not all of y'all live in Raccoonadia either, but I pay my taxes in Raccoonadia, even though technically I make money from other places. And that has been the case even when I've worked for companies that are not even in like the same continent as me, or I mean, technically I wasn't an employee, but like, you know, yeah. Right? Like, it's about where you have residence as opposed to where you make money. At least here. Yeah, contractor. It gets real fun if you have dual citizenship. Yes. And then there's other things for like, if you live certain places. That's not true. Well, no, that's the thing. If you live certain places, you do still have to pay taxes where you have citizenship. And so unless you fill out like certain forms and things, so it can get more complicated in that way. But generally speaking, where you have citizenship is where you are going to be paying taxes. Unless you want to pay bonus taxes, then you can pay where you have citizenship and where you live. But like, why would you want to do that? If you're a US and Japanese citizen, you make $1 million at anything. The US wants 50, the Japanese want 50. Yes. That's what I'm referring to. That's exactly what I'm referring to. You have to do a lot of paperwork if you are... I wasn't even thinking of dual citizenship for both places. I was thinking if you're a US citizen, but you live in Japan and you're making money there. Yeah, you need to figure it out, and it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of annoying, but they're gonna want your money. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's nuanced depending on where you live, but at least in Raccoonadia, that's generally how it goes. Multiple citizenship equals just suffer. Well, it's not just suffer. It just means that you're gonna have to do paperwork, or you're gonna have to pay someone to do paperwork, right? You pay someone who knows what they're doing so you don't have to know what you're doing. Yeah, there's concessions where you can basically go, look, you guys need to figure out how I don't have to give 100% of what I earned in taxes, because that's really not fair. Yeah, it's one of those things where there are ways around it, but yeah, you gotta figure out how the fuck to do it. And I'm really glad I don't have to deal with that. So there is that, because yeah, I would absolutely just fucking end myself. Vigret, thank you for the super. You do not get your money back, and I don't. You know, it's fine. You that's not how that works. That's not how that works. We're not like a religion, you know, because like, you know, when you tithe to a religion, you can write that off as a donation amount. Yeah, you can claim tithes to organized religion. I'm a dead raccoon. Those things are not the same. You can, yes, you can. Well, at least in Raccoonadia. I don't know about anywhere else. Yeah. Yeah, in Raccoonadia, tithes, like donations to the church, are a tax deductible. You can take them off of your taxes. It counts as a donation. What do you mean you've come at a bad time? That's crazy. We're not gonna create a religion to scam the government. No. Phantom, thank you for this super. Thank you. They go straight into paying tax cult. There is no cult. There are no tax cults. Cult taxes. It's fine. What about, I don't know about in Freedom Land. Fucking to look up the law yourself. I don't know. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't mean you can get it all back. No, it doesn't. That's not what tax deductions are, but yes, they are tax deductible. I mean, deducting things on your taxes does not mean you're getting money back. It just means that you're not paying taxes on that particular set of money, right? It doesn't mean you're getting anything back. It just means you're not paying for that money that you made because you don't have it, right? Like that's the stupid simple way of putting it, you know? Ducks don't pay taxes. I fucking wish raccoons didn't pay taxes. That'd be lovely. But apparently raccoons have to pay taxes, and dead people also have to pay taxes. It's a really bad system, honestly. Lots of people misunderstand that. Yeah. Right? Like, if you donate to a charity, that's just a good thing to do if you've got the bonus money, A. And B, it is something that you can put on your taxes as like a deductible. But that doesn't mean you're gonna get money for it. It just means that you're not paying taxes on that particular portion of your income. Which, you know, if you make a lot and, you know, maybe you're like, I don't fucking know where the tax cutoffs are. So there's different tax brackets. I know that much. So, like, you know, maybe if you're like just gonna go over your bracket, like say like 100,000 is where the tax changes, and instead of getting taxed pretend 10%, now you get taxed to pretend 20%. Also, that change only happens to everything over the amount. So you're not getting 20% on everything if you make $100,000. You're getting taxed 10% until $100,000, and then, you know, the bonus, the 20% is for everything that's above that. Anyway, a lot of people don't understand that either. But say you don't want to go above that particular tax amount, then you can, maybe you're like, okay, well, I made an extra $1,000 this year. I don't really want to pay for taxes on it. Whatever, it'll be nice to give it to someone, and then you donate it to like an orphanage or something. It doesn't mean you're getting money back. You still lost that $1,000, right? But now you're not paying taxes on that $1,000, and you've done something nice with it instead of just giving it to the government. Yeah, That's why I declined a raise to pay less in taxes. To be fair, my dad's done that before too. Right? Like if a raise is going to do nothing but put you into the next tax bracket, and technically you're gonna make exactly the same amount of money. It just looks better on paper, but it doesn't actually do anything for you. And they give you like more to do. Like it wasn't enough of a raise to actually like have any meaningful effect. Oh, you were joking. Oh, my dad has straight up done that. Because they wanted him to be a manager and he hates people. That's a terrible thing to do. No, he didn't. The amount of money that they were trying to give him was not worth it for the change in job that he would do. So he would go from doing like computational drafting stuff, because he was an engineer, to being more managerial. And he did not want to do that. And they essentially were giving him a set like pennies after taxes, and it was just not worth it. He would be making the same amount of money that he already was to be doing something that he hated. So, yeah, he said no to that a couple of times until they eventually were like, okay, well, we'll give you an actual raise. And then he was a manager for a couple of years, and then he retired. He's like, this isn't worth it anymore. Because he likes math and doing things. So, You've seen a lot of management positions not pay out very well. Yeah, so that is another thing, right? I mean, that's a completely separate topic from taxes. But, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, if you do something and you're good at it and you enjoy it, and they're trying to, like, make you a manager, make sure that your pay, whatever they increase it to, is worth it for you to be doing a completely different job than the job that you're doing, enjoy, and are good at. Because management is very, 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 very different from like hands-on stuff. Doesn't matter what you work as. I don't care if you work as a teacher, in which case management would be like a vice principal or principal. I don't care if you work as a teacher, if you work in a hospital, if you're a business person, whatever, you're an engineer. Everything is management these days, I swear to fucking God. But yeah, being a manager means dealing with people and dealing with problems in a very hands-on manner. And if you don't like doing that, make sure that you're compensated well for it, because now that's your job. Congratulations, sucks to be you. Managing people can be very draining. Yeah, I'd rather fucking die. I'm not gonna lie. There have been a couple of times where people have asked me like, oh yeah, like you're gonna go for that position, whatever, like you're gonna like, yeah, it'll be like more money and like better hours. And I'm like, I don't want better hours. I like these hours. And also I don't want to have to deal with people. No, this is what I want to do. Oh, don't you want to move up? Don't you want like upward mobility? Blah 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 blah. Money. Blah blah blah. No, leave me here. I'm happy. I'm here to come in, do my job, and then leave. I don't want to bring my work home with me. I know that some people are going to be like, that's a really bad way to look at it. I don't care. I go to work to do my job so that I can come home and be a weird little raccoon on the internet and hang out with you guys. I don't care. I just want to do my job. I don't want to have to deal with people and their problems. No. I have to manage people and it sucks. Could I do it? Yes. Would I be okay at it? Yes. Do I want to do it? No. Jesus fucking Christ, no. As a bartender, managers make less pay with more hours and more responsibility. Yes, depending. Because generally, at the very least, in a lot of restaurant situations, management is salaried position, which means you get paid the same no matter how many hours you work, and you might have to work overtime. You don't get fucking bonus pay for that shit. And you don't get tips. In a business setting, for example, if you were to work in an office, right, that might be different because there aren't things like tips involved, and most likely everyone is going to be... Well, not always is everyone going to be salaried. Some people do work, you know. But like, you know, it's not quite the same sort of situation as, you know, if you were to be a manager in, yeah, like a restaurant or somewhere where the other people that you are managing aren't salaried employees, but you happen to be, right? Yeah. Oh, God. Game studio. Don't be a manager at a game studio. The overtime will fucking kill you. If you get a salaried position at a games dev, oh my... If you're in game dev and you are salaried, make sure that it is in your... fucking make sure you still got food overtime pay. Jesus fucking Christ. Or you better get paid real good compensation to begin with, because oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, that bit of my life where I worked in a game studio I picked up so much overtime. They loved me. But to be fair, I had nothing else to do and I just wanted money, and so I could stay forever and ever and ever and not go home, and they would pay me food and they would buy dinner and stuff, and I was like, lovely, this is perfect. I don't have to buy dinner. I didn't have any plans anyway. It's not like I do anything. So, like, it was fine that I did overtime all the time, but most people, you know, do things. Most people do things, so it's probably important that, you know, you're compensated for your work. And I wasn't salaried. I got paid overtime. So for me, it was like, yeah, fun bonus. Yeah, this was when I did QA testing. Yeah. I was, direct dev support QA. So I specifically worked with like a couple of one particular part of the dev team, and I worked with like a couple of particular developers and did another section of stuff. Anyway, it was its own fucking thing, but like crunch time meant like stupid amounts of overtime, and I got paid for it, and some people didn't because some people are salaried. And I think that that's... I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why. I mean, I guess if you're like trying to move up, right? Like if you know that that's going to be your forever job, right? Like you just want to work in management at game companies forever and ever, amen. And you want this on your resume or something. I guess. But like for so many people, it just, they did not make enough money to be working that amount of hours. You know, you just do amount of overtime I got a good amount of pay. It wasn't like wonderful because I was a contractor. But it was a good amount of money. And between that and being in another car accident, between that and getting hit by a guy, I paid for my second way through school. So that was also the time in my life where I had expendable money and I would buy stuff for my friends because I like buying stuff for people when I can. What? Oh yeah, I have been hit by multiple cars. It's fine. That's how I paid for school the second time. Yeah, it's instinct, and companies know how to take advantage of it when they see it. Oh, absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. Yeah. Some people just, yeah. There's some people that are far too hardworking and far too good for the places that they work. I feel like, you know, like there's for sure, like there's good companies, sure, but most companies are companies, right? No matter what it is, a company is a company, and a company wants to make money. And you as an employee are there to make them money, and if you are not making the money, you're losing the money. And so, you know, it's and like to some extent, you know, there's good practices and not so great practices, right? Like, for example, you don't want to burn out your employees. That's stupid. They're going to make less money if they're like tired all the time. They're burnt out. They're not going to do the thing that you want them to do. That's a bad idea, especially if what you're doing is very human focused, right? So like servers, entertainment industry things, anything that is like you have a person that's very forward facing. Fuck off. I just like look down. I'm like, me talking about places that are forward facing. You can just hire more. I'm gonna fucking eat your soul. I'm gonna eat your kneecaps. No, no. Because then, you know, it's important that to some extent it's a trade-off, right? It's a trade-off between like, are they gonna make you money? And also we need to take care of them so that they are alive and can make us money. Right? More bodies versus more man hours. Yeah, that too. Right? And like, depending on the industry, yeah, you know, it's cheaper to work people until they burn out and then hire new people. Again, it really depends on the industry, right? Because, like, yeah, restaurant industry, yeah, you're gonna churn people out. It's fine, whatever. If you're in a specialized field, it is going to be way more expensive to train someone to take that person's spot. For example, the last position that I worked at, they have hired 3 people to fill my previous job. Why? Because it was stupid. Because there should have been 3 people, and it's anyway. So they had to hire 3 people to when I left for my current job, because that job should have been split into 3 people, but I am a perfectionist and I wanted to make sure that everything got done. We had to hire 5 people to fill the role of our CEO who left. Yes, that's exactly it, right? Like in some places, yeah, sure, you can churn them out as if you're fucking Russia in the Second World War, right? Like you're just gonna throw bodies at the problem until the problem goes away. But if it's a specialized field, it makes it a lot harder to do that, and it's way more effective, both in terms of your reputation and in terms of cost, to keep people, if not necessarily happy, but like healthy, you know, make them not want to fucking die, so that they continue coming to work every day. Yeah, or Russia Today. Well, I don't know a lot about Russia Today, so that's why I specified World War II, because I know about that. It's a problem. Yeah, you can do all the extra shit in addition to the actual job and contract. I have you redraw my contract and pay me twice as much. Yeah, most people aren't going to do that, though, like say that kind of thing, because they like want to look good, ? They don't want the blowback from it. Or it could be a position where that's like not something that is doable. For example, a lot of union jobs have very particular pay setups, right? Yeah. Talking about if you have specific certs. Yes, that's another thing. If you have like specific qualifications and certifications, you can usually get your pay increased. That includes teachers, even though they are a unionized position. If you have specific, well, it's not really certifications, but if you have different schooling, right? Like you went back for your master's in education or something, you're now available, or you are now eligible. That's the word I'm going for a different amount on the pay ladder. Yeah. Forklift cert. Yeah, I've heard that getting a forklift certification is one of the best things that you can do because people are always looking for people with forklift certifications. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that. Don't know if it's true or not, but Low skilled work is great because you can just train a new workforce. Yeah, I guess. Like, I know that that's not incorrect technically. I hate that, though. But that's why I am not a business owner. I am not a large corporate entity. Because I wouldn't be able to do that. And in theory, that is what makes the most money, right? Being able to do that, being able to make those decisions, being able to juggle, like, you know, worth of workers versus worth of product versus, you know, all that kind. I don't head a cult. Wow. Technically, Pekoe is a kind of business. Yeah, but I'm a sole proprietor. I'm the only one here. I just... There's no one else here. It's just me. It's just me. You know? And I already know how much I'm worth. And that's a couple of chocolate bars and some coffee. So, like, I can underpay myself. That's no problem. But, like, someone else, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That makes you a CEO. Sure, yeah. CEO of my own fucking computer. The bunnies are the real puppet masters? Yes, absolutely. They're co-owners, yeah. They're actually the owners, and I'm actually the employee. 5 years minimum for an entry position is crazy. Yeah, that too. Man, the job market is crazy right now. I'm really glad that I don't have to be searching for anything, because I've heard horror stories from people trying to get jobs and stuff recently. Just, yeah, no, I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that. I have really good job security with my current, my current place of employment. So I don't have to worry about that. But a lot of people do, and yeah, no, I don't envy them. That sounds fucking terrible. That sounds just like the absolute worst thing ever. Especially in like art type things. In art type things, you know, like animation and stuff. Apparently it's just having like the worst fucking time because there's been a lot of artists that are like a couple of years out of work, right? Because like there was a boom during the Panini, and then there was like it slowed down like crazy right afterwards, right? Because like, you know, they were like doing all the things, and then there was the writer's strike, and then nothing was really coming out of it, and then blah 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 blah. And then a lot of the artists that like worked in certain places like couldn't find jobs, and like now there's like newer people coming in, like, you know, the girlies who just I say the girlies, it's only because that's what I'm thinking of, is particular girls I know who work in animation, but you know, they're coming in, they have like newer schooling, certification. It's been hard for them to find jobs too. But because they have more recent education, it's probably easier for them to find a job than it would be for, you know, like, you know, someone my parents' age, or they're retired already. But, you know, like someone slightly younger than my parents, if they were looking for a job in the same place, but now they've been out of work for a couple of years, right? If you're going between them and a new grad, you're gonna pick up the new grad. Because they're cheaper and they have more recent education. So those other people are fucked. and they're years into their working, right? Like, so it's really hard for them to like, especially if they're super specialized. Like, ugh, I can't imagine. Media people consume is also rapidly changing, it seems. It can be unfortunate for an artist. Yeah, I cannot imagine trying to find anything like that right now. Like, anyone who works in any sort of like animation, 3D or 2D or anything else, in game development or anything, just, oh man, I cannot imagine having to try to find stuff where with so many layoffs and things. I know that there's a couple of girls that, like, I'm not friends with them, but I have them on social media from when I used to do cosplay stuff, and they used to do cosplay stuff. I've seen a couple of people get like laid off from like big tech corporations in the States. And yeah, one of the girls couldn't find a job for like, she looked for like 3 years, and now she works in security, and not like cybersecurity, not like IT. She became a security guard. She got fit, and now she works as a security guard. So yeah, I cannot imagine trying to find work right now. Like, that sounds terrible. Trying to like come up with like what you want to do and like try just completely change the focus of everything you've been working on. No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just more like, I can't imagine the amount of stress that she was under, like trying to find a job for that long and then trying to decide what she was going to do, because like obviously she needed to pay rent, right? But she couldn't find a job. She had to like, you know, look and figure it out and decide like pros and cons. Is it worth it, right? Yeah, that just sounds so stressful. Layoffs in favor of chasing AI and their yeah, that's a huge problem with tech places right now too. Yeah. Is she single? Last I knew she was, but again, I'm not super close friends with her, so. Last I was aware she was single, but I'm unsure. Big 180 from desk job to security gig. Yeah. Your story, IT cloud engineer to security guard. Yeah. I feel like it must be decently like going from like some sort of tech play, like some sort of tech thing into like a more hands-on field. I feel like is gonna continue to kind of be a trend with things going on. Certain big game developer has literally got their asses in hot water for firing yeah. Yeah. The senior developer literally taught the new one the freshman level classes. Yeah, that's another thing. When like you don't get promoted and then you have to hire the person, or you have to, train the person that they hired into the spot that you didn't get. On one hand, okay, maybe they got hired because they have things that you don't. For example, maybe they're better at dealing with projects and people, whereas you're better with the technical side of things. Understandable, have a nice day. They better fucking explain that well to you, though, or that you're good. Oh my god. I can just imagine how butthurt someone would be about that. Just, bad time. Recently got in hot water, your brain's tired. Yes, mood. AI is the future. I have mixed thoughts about AI. AI can be good for some things. AI could be wonderful as a tool in a lot of different capacities. But the fact that it's used a lot in the general public for nothing other than generative AI. Why are you making it more annoying for me to do the things I like doing as a hobby? Why are you making it harder for me to do artistic things and musical things and the things that people like to enjoy instead of making my life easier? Why doesn't AI do my taxes? Please. Please. Although, to be fair, yeah, that would probably make the accountants mad, and I have my own opinions because, you know, I work in a field that is highly creative. Yeah, AI could be great. The problem is it's being developed with money first. Yeah, that's the thing. Is, like, people need to separate AI and generative AI. Yeah, the problem is it's that the majority of what the public sees being used in AI is generative AI, as opposed to anything that is more fucking useful to humanity. right? That's why I'm like, I have mixed opinions. I am against generative AI, but like, in theory, AI could be used in really, really cool ways, right? It could just be such a useful thing. And instead, here we are. It's an executive cost-cutting tool at the moment. Yeah. AI is great at detecting cancer in x-rays. That would be really cool. Like, that's a great use, right? For medical things. And you want to fucking know who reads x-rays right now? Fucking doctors. Great. We have such a... We are so... Like, there's not enough doctors. There's not enough doctors. Right? So if we can do that, if we can make it easier so that, like, instead of reading every single radiograph that goes through the hospital, the doctor can instead focus on other things, more difficult things, even though they'll have to check things, right? You'll get a flag for something and then the doctor has to go look at it. Sure, yeah, whatever. Obviously, you want to get that second opinion. But that seems so much more useful. And then the doctor can go do, like, the more difficult things, the more time-consuming things, the things that'll, like, you know. The waste of water from it sounds unreal. Yeah, that too. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right, that's the thing. It's like there could be so many wonderful ways to use it. And sadly, we're... Jelena, thank you for the gifted sub to Froggy. Thank you. Graphics cards originally improved a lot because of porn. Yep. Humans do have y'all's priorities, apparently. Not that raccoons are all that different, but, yeah. Never Google an illness. Yes, that's true. It will just tell you you're fucking dying. I don't trust AI to diagnose me with cancer. Law enforcement recently started getting problems for using it to read license plates. Yes, but that's why I said if the flag pops up, you get the doctor to look at it, right? I would not trust it as like a be-all, end-all thing, right? I would trust it for preliminary review, and then it gets flagged, right? That way a person's not looking through every single thing. They only have to look through the things that are flagged. Yeah, the problem is they were being lazy and not double-checking it. See, that's the problem. That's such a problem. Yeah, it's a tool, not the replacement. Exactly. It should be used in tandem. Right? That's so important. Oh, I see Speaka. Sorry. I have Mira's stream up still. I'm not gonna lie. And I've not been paying attention at all because she's just been, I mean, I have been, but she's just dying over and over to zombies in a cave. But I just saw Speaka ask something about a lush cave, and I really need to find one of those to finish my build in Minecraft. Use AI to create a contingency plan for Batman against... What do you mean for Batman against our streamer? In what fucking way would there need to be a contingency plan for me? You don't need a plan. There doesn't need to be a plan against me. I'd be the fucking easiest little fucker to take out, alright? You just call the Ghostbusters. Done. I'm done. They're gonna fucking suck me into a vacuum. Gone. Done. Super easy. I'm a dead raccoon. You don't need Batman to create a contingency plan. I'm not some sort of like world-ending chaos god. That's Mocha. Well, now she's a cat. She used to be a chaos god. Now she's a cat. So, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Couldn't be bothered to check everything it does. Yeah, that's always the problem. She shrunk. Mocha is so small. Mocha is small and adorable. I want to put her in my pocket. Chaos God Cat, isn't that the same thing? Yeah, that's probably why she turned into a house cat. Honestly, I think I personally think that she just didn't want to be in charge of chaos anymore and is using this as like some sort of vacation to make it not her problem. She doesn't even have to take care of herself anymore. I mean, she wouldn't if she would just play house cat more, but seems like she also wants to go to house cat school for big house cats, so she's real busy. She's crazy busy. Cats are furry house gremlins. They are, in fact. Yes. They are, in fact, furry house gremlins. To be fair, though, I feel like most animals are just furry gremlins. Most animals are decently chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just because you guys look at them from, like, the perspective of humans. So, like, yeah, anything that's not a human doesn't think like a human and therefore is gonna come across as being chaotic. Most nowhere near as much as cats. Tell that to my fucking rabbits. Have 2 cats with you at the moment? Yeah, why does she go to a school for big house cats? She won't get any bigger. Yeah, well, apparently her brain gets bigger and that's what she wants, I think, question mark. Uncertain if that is actually the truth, but it is what it is. Rabbits can be very high strung. I mean, my buns, I tend to think of rabbits in terms of personality as like somewhere between a cat and a dog a lot of the time. Some more like traditionally cat-like and some more traditionally dog-like. But yes. Rabbits are very feisty and they have a lot of personality a lot of the time. They also hold gigantic fucking grudges, which, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Chai is just holding the biggest fucking grudge against me. All I did was feed the man so he didn't fucking die, but apparently that means that I am the devil. I'm not the devil, I'm just a dead raccoon. Chai is more like a dog. Right now, he's certainly not. Motherfucker. Rabbits hold a grudge. Oh, they hold a grudge. Oh, they hold a grudge. Yeah. What gets me is how they figure out how to assist each other in jumping. Yeah. They're very smart. It's too smart for me right now. You know, it is what it is. If you ever have 2 rabbits, one will get on the other's back. They'll figure out. Yeah, no, they do. I found these little fucks on my kitchen counter before. Chai is the larger rabbit. He is 2 pounds. They're not big rabbits. They're not large rabbits, okay? A 2-pound rabbit does not have the ability to get onto a kitchen counter by itself. And yet, 2 of them jumping could get one on the fridge, but just one, yes. There is no room above my fridge, so they cannot do that. So the highest they can get is the counter. Highest they can get is the counter. Wonder if there's a chair nearby. I own 2 chairs. One is a chair that I got back when I thought that I was gonna have a really cool aesthetic jungle house. And it is an old vintage wooden chair that is now chewed to fucking pieces with an old vintage velvet cushion, which is chewed to pieces. And also it is very uncomfortable, especially now that they've chewed some of the understrapping, but it's always been uncomfortable because it's old. So that's one chair. Sometimes Chai likes to sit on it because it does have a big cushion on it at the very least, and it's not uncomfortable for them because it doesn't like sag or anything. The other chair is a very tall bar stool that is at my the kitchen, like where like the sink is. It's got like a lip and like the countertop like goes backwards. Yeah, in theory, that would have been my dining room where I ate, but I don't eat there. I eat at my computer desk. So those are the 2 chairs that I have out in the area where they can get to. The other one, bedroom. I do have a bedroom chair, yes. That's not in anywhere the bunnies can get, though. That's not in anywhere the bunnies can get. Yeah, my dad also made me He reupholstered a chair when I first moved into this place, and that one is in my bedroom, so they can't get to it. Lucky Fox, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you did get hit by any of those, please do make sure to thank our lovely Lucky Fox and welcome on in. And the couch full of burrows. Well, it's a couch full of duct tape, yeah. Stool by the sink, you hardly use it. You're right. Sometimes you wonder if they ever jump really high and fall and hurt themselves. Yes. Bunnies can hurt themselves by jumping, like, and landing weird, or by jumping off of something and landing weird. Yeah. Yeah. Is not good for them. They are not great at judging distances. So like a cat will jump off of things and land. Bunnies think that they can do that, but they fucking can't because their bones are made out of fucking air. So yeah, I have caught them trying to jump off of things too high before. So yeah. That is not incorrect. Landed weirdly and sprained something. No. Oh, that's no fun. Sprains suck. I mean, to be fair, just about any kind of injury sucks, but sprains are no fun. Sprains are no fun at all. No fun. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. I was only half your height. Yeah. I've sprained many a thing. I've never broken anything. But have they been too quiet this stream? Honestly, they have been pretty quiet. But both of them were eating. Neither of them is drinking, which is vaguely worrying. So I am keeping an eye on both of them right now. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, they're eating perfectly fine. They're eating a bunch of hay. They were both excited about the pellets. But neither of them is drinking water. How do I know? Because I filled 2 different bowls this morning before I went to work, and one bowl was already full from last night, and I just like dumped that water and refilled it with fresh water. And then I bought a 3rd bowl today on my lunch break, and I brought that out to them for a different type of water. I'm also like buying different types of water to see if they fucking decided they only drink like fucking, I don't know, like ozonated water or some shit. Yeah. So not really certain what to do about this in particular. Would you like some Perrier, sir? Yeah, that's exactly. I swear to fuck these little shits. I'm gonna buy like the most expensive type of water, and that's what they're gonna want. You buy specific water if you're a rabbit. Well, I haven't until now, but they have not been drinking water. And what was wrong with Chai? Well, it turns out that he has the fucking kidneys of an 80-year-old man. So he's got renal insufficiency, which means he needs to drink a lot of water. And of course, he's decided he's not going to drink any water at the moment. Which, yeah, not wonderful. So I am just slowly buying different waters to see which one, if any, they decide to fucking imbibe. That would be wonderful. Yeah. And in terms of rabbit ear, they're just over 4 years old, both of them, both Pekoe and Chai, which is the equivalent of middle-aged, I guess. I mean, not technically middle-aged, but that's like the equivalent of like 38 years old. And my bunnies will probably live to 8 to 10 years. Just based on their breeds. Although we'll fucking, I don't really want to think about it, but the fact that he's already got renal insufficiency means that Chai probably is not Probably not gonna live as long as I originally hoped, but they're not younger than me, thank you very much. Would feeding him cucumber help? I would have to de-seed the cucumber if I wanted to do that. What I'm thinking is that I'm gonna try to find some like dehydrated strawberries or something, and then if I put those in, like, I was talking to Serenity, who is a bunny VTuber and also has bunnies, and she said when one of her buns wouldn't drink, one of the things she did was like, yeah, she would put dried strawberries, just a couple, into like a big jug of water, and then it like flavored it just enough without making it like too sweet. Which is something that I was trying to do with other things, but like you can't really do that with banana. And they didn't give a fuck when I put greens into their water, apparently. They'll eat the greens, they love the greens, but as soon as the greens are touching water, they no longer want the water or the greens. So what the fuck? Yeah, so I'm gonna try strawberries. My bunnies are not overly fond of blueberries because I already tried that as well. And Pekoe likes blueberries, Chai does not, so it's really kind of pointless when he's the one who needs the water the most. So we're gonna try strawberries, I think. I just have to find some freeze-dried strawberries without like added sugar and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just like mash a banana and mix it with like fucking a liter of water or something and just... I don't know. I'd have to like put it in the blender. Hi, Hajam, and have a good night, Tatab. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Get some good rest. Is Chai really old? No, they're only 4 years old. So like, at the youngest, they should be halfway through their lives. At the youngest, like if I'm incredibly unlucky, and I have short-lived rabbits, which is like 8 years, because generally speaking, rabbits live 8 to 12 years. In like the sort of bunnies that I have, they can live longer, but you'd think rabbit would live at least 8 or 10 years. Yes, yes. Some breeds will live up to like 16 years, like 14 to 16 years. My bunnies will most likely live 8 to 12. But like I said, Chai is only 4 and he already has really bad renal insufficiency, apparently. I'm gonna blame wherever it was that he was before I got him. Because he is a rescue. So I'm gonna blame, like, maybe he fucking, I don't know, maybe he ate some pesticides or some shit when he was a baby and I just... It is what it is. All I can do is try to make sure that he's as healthy and happy as possible for as long as possible. Yeah, hope they get to 12 both. Me too. Yes. Remember seeing a video about a cat that lived to 34? The dream. Flemish giants are wonderful. I do kind of want a Flemish giant. Because it's really funny to, like, if you're like, I have a bunny, and then they, like, you show your bunny to someone and it's the fucking size of a medium dog. Like, not even a small dog, like a fucking medium-sized dog. And I think that's funny. But also, apparently, a lot of them tend to have the same sort of personalities as, like, a ragdoll cat. Like, they're just very, very chill, comparatively. I mean, they're still bunnies, which means they're destructive and they do weird shit. But, do you have room for a Flemish giant? I could train it to go for walks. It's fine, whatever. Maybe by then I won't live in a 1-bedroom apartment, okay? This is like 4 to 8 years in the future, okay? It's fine. Maybe by then I'll... No, the only way that I'm gonna have anything bigger is if I fucking move out into the middle of nowhere, so... Yeah, well, fuck it. It is what it is, okay? I have dreams! I'm allowed to have dreams! Do your buns have floppy ears or pointy ears? Yes. Particularly because Chai has standard bunny everything in terms of his facial features and stuff. Like he looks like a standard bunny with Harlequin coloring. He's got pointy ears that stick straight up and they're close together. Pekoe was supposed to be a lop. She is not a lop. Why? Because her crown is not wide enough. What does that mean? Her ears are too close together for them to have lopped. But her breed is a lopped rabbit. Yes, helicopter, yes. So her ears are somewhere in between. So when she's really excited and running around, it's like, you know how like sometimes a dog, you just see like dogs with long ears and their ears just kind of like fucking flap in the wind. That's what her ears do. They just kind of like sit horizontally and flap. So yeah, she's neither. She is actually, they do call it like a helicopter bunny. Her ears just kind of sit horizontal when she is not using them, when they're at rest. That's adorable. It is. It's fucking adorable. But yeah, she was supposed to be a lop, but her ears never actually lopped. So they're just kind of somewhere in the middle. Yeah, but she especially, because of that, she really likes, the only thing that she'll let me pet is like on her head. So from her nose to like the scruff of her, like the back of her neck. And I can pet that, and she likes it when I like massage around her ears. Probably because since they're supposed to be a lot, but they're not, she probably has to use those muscles a lot. So that is the only place she will let me pet. I cannot pet the rest of her. If I touch her body, she's fucking gone. I can only pet her head, and only when she allows me to, and by that I mean specifically when she comes up, fucking punches me with her head. And then points her nose down as if to say, "You may touch me now, peasant." And then I'm allowed to give her massages. Yeah. It's very particular. Very particular. She will, yeah, you can only touch her when she asks for it. She is the much more cat-like personality out of my bunnies. Yeah, She'll come up, she'll sit next to you, she'll circle you, she'll jump on top of you. But if you try to touch her while she's doing any of these things, she's not having it. She's gonna touch you. You don't get to touch her. You've gotten a cam of her in your lap. Yeah, I've never shown them on... I don't believe I've shown them on a hand cam. I've not done many hand cams myself. But in theory, I know my cousin has had bunnies and has maybe shown said bunnies before. Yeah. Have I ever seen the ears of a baby Damascus goat? That sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know. Apparently I can't type because fucking what I just typed. That's what I just typed while trying to type baby Damascus goat. I have seen their ears before, yes. And I remember, because I specifically remember looking at it and being like, baby, adorable. And then you look at the adult and you're like, yes. Yes, I do remember this animal. They look cool when they go. No, they don't. They look like they're going to eat your soul when they grow up. It's fine, whatever. It is what it is. All right, they're just little guys, but still. They're just little guys, but still. I don't want a WebP image. I do not wish for a WebP image. No, I wasn't trying to spell Damascus. I just fucked up my hand positioning on the keyboard. Because I wasn't looking whilst I was typing. I wasn't looking whilst I was typing. Because I touch type. But I fucked up my hand position. Anyway, if you've never seen an adult Damascus goat before... No. Anyway, I mean, this one in particular had its ears chopped small. Some of them do, and other ones, they leave their ears long. But yeah. The babies are cute, and they've got big, long ears, and then they grow up. And then they look vaguely terrifying. So, yeah. Have a good night, Bernie. Have a good night. Take it back. Put it back in hell. Right. Yeah, the babies are adorable. The adults, not so much. I like them more than I like sun bears, but I don't like them very much. I don't really appreciate them, I'm not gonna lie. Have you considered a goat for the next pet? I feel like having a goat in an apartment building would not go well for me. I feel like having a goat in an apartment building, or any hooved animal in an apartment building, is probably not a great idea. I feel like having any sort of hooved animal in an apartment building is a great way to no longer have a place to live, you know? The bunnies already chew through your drywall. They don't chew through the drywall. They've never made a hole in the wall. It's fine. A goat would definitely chew through the drywall. 100%. 100%. Yeah. You think sun bears are cute? You are incorrect. You are incorrect. I hate sun bears. I hate them so much. That picture while waking up for a bit will scare a lot of people. It's just a goat. It's fine. It's just a goat. It's just a little goat. What about koalas? Koalas are cute. Stupid as fuck, but cute. Sounds cute. Not sure what they look like. They look like if you put a man in a bear costume. AV, I don't want a whole fucking video file of this bear. Technically, they're not even bears, I don't think. But, you know, it is what it is. Save. Save the punga. Ooh, wait, let me get one of their tongue, too. Here, you know what? I'll just get a whole bunch of pictures of this stupid bear. Oh my god, it's a JPEG. This is wonderful. Save. Ah, oh, WebP! My enemy! My enemy! This is fine. This is fine. I got it. I got it. Nope. That's wrong. Save. JPEG. This is wonderful. There's JPEGs out in the wild. Okay. Here, let me show you pictures of sun bears. That's a sun bear. That's a sun bear. That's a sun bear tongue. That's a standing sun bear. I don't trust it. I don't like it. I hate it, especially because their like collarbone shoulder thing, it's really thin and they spread it out like a cobra hood. I don't like it. Looks like something AI would create. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's well known to be. It looks like a man in a bear costume. That's what a sun bear is most well known for. And it's just got this like giant fucking tongue and diggy paws. Okay, so it's got giant long nails and a giant long tongue, and it has no neck. I hate it. I hate this. I hate this man so much. It makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay, wait. Here, I'll just save this image. JPEG. Yes, I've won. Look at this thing. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why is it like this? There's nothing technically wrong with it. It just gives me really, 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 really strong uncanny valley vibes. I think that's why it's so high on my I hate this animal list. You know, there's always been something about it that just makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, it's very uncanny. Yeah, exactly. Because it looks like a man in a bear costume, and then it does that thing with its shoulders or its fucking lack of neck that it flattens and it turns into this big, like, Cobra Hood-esque thing for no fucking reason. And then it's got the giant tongue and the diggy paws because it digs, but it looks like a bear, so it just got these fucking long-ass nails for no reason. I hate it. I hate it so much. Your thoughts on the platypus? I fucking love platypi. They're so cute. Oh my god, platypussies are the best. Oh, they're so cute. And they're adorable, and they're poisonous. And they sweat milk, and they're so cute, and they're so small, and I want to pick them up, and I want to hug them, I want to squish them, and I want to have a whole bunch. I love platypuses. Yeah, platypuses are one of my favorite animals, actually. I just think they're little guys. I just think they're fun little guys. Yeah. I was about to ask, what about the ankle spike that's deadly poison? Wonderful. It makes them even better. You know? They're just little guys who also happen to be poisonous. It's great. It's so good. It sounded cute and you started to oh no, it's fine. It's because they're from Australia. Venomous, but only the males. The spines on the females fall off early. I love them. I love them so much. Have you ever seen a platypus? They're wonderful. Here, wait. Let me. We can. Here. This is just gonna be animals I like. They're so cute. They're so cute. I love them so much. Web P, my enemy. Hatred. Web P. Everything is a web P. Why is everything a web P? Web P. Pee yourself! That's what! Anyway, let's look at platypi. And also, yes, before someone goes, that's not actually what they're called. They're not called platypi. That's not the right plural for them. Yes, as you've noticed, I use multiple words as plurals for certain animals. For example, platypuses. But it's just fun, and it's a fun thing to say. All right, platypi, kind of like octopi. I know it's technically octopuses. I fucking hate that shit. I'm gonna call it octopi anyway. I'll just be wrong. It's kind of like I say words wrong. Just live with it. It's fine. Look at them. Look at them in all their adorable, majestic glory. They're so cute. They're so cute. Look at them. I thought it was octopods. Yeah, well, fuck it. It is what it is. I like ending things in I. I think it's much more fun. Less green than I was expecting. Yeah, they're just little guys. They don't look like Perry the platypus. Thank you very much. They're so cute, and they've got their beady little eyes, and their little duck-like bill, and a beaver-like tail. Oh, and their little slippery feet. They're so cute. I love them. And they lay eggs. They lay eggs. Yeah. The fur is nice and thick. Yeah, because they have to be insulated to be in the water. They're wonderful. And I love and adore them. Died of poison. No. They would never poison me because I love them. Yes, they are bioluminescent under UV light. Yes, they are. The only other mammal to lay eggs are echidnas. Yes, platypuses and echidnas are the two, brain, please. Marsupials? That doesn't sound right. That sounds incredibly incorrect. Yes, they are the only two mammals that lay eggs, but there's a fucking word for it. Monotremes. Okay. Yep, that's the one. I was like, it starts with an M. Marsupials is not the right one. There are many of those. I knew that. This is what I get. It's fine. Whatever. Pekoe in a platypus onesie. I love platypuses. I think they're so cute. I also really like octopuses. I think they're wonderful. They're so intelligent and smart and squishy and playful. And they got all of their little appendages. And then they're really good at breaking out of things. And they're wonderful. And they change colors. And they're super... Yeah, I love them. Do I love blue-ringed octopuses? They look really pretty. They'd kill me for surezies. But they're really pretty. Have I seen the difference between Australian possums and American opossums? Yes, one is a cute little guy, and one goes, ah! That is the difference between opossums and possums. One will scream at you. One is just a cute little guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's the difference. Yeah. One's a cute little guy, one is not. Here, wait, I'll show you. I'll show you. We're not going for fairy possums. We're just going for normal Australian, New Zealand possums. Like just a normal fucking bushy possum, right? Not like the tiny baby possums. Because there are also tiny baby possums. I'll get a picture of one of those too. I'll get a picture of one of those too. Yeah, also, like, you would think... You would think that the one that screams at you is the Australian one. It's not. save that one. And let's save. No. I want a picture. I want a picture of its mouth. A picture of it screaming at me. I mean, they're still cute little guys, but they're Oh, here's one. I don't know if there's any native possums in New Zealand, considering the only native animals there are some bats. Ah. Okay, here is a possum, a bush possum. Here is a fairy possum. Very cute little guy. Look at that little guy. This is an opossum. Virginia opossum, specifically. He can and will scream at you. They can and will scream at you. They can and will run at you with their mouths open. Both appear cuter as babies. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. These ones are just little guys. These ones will take everything from you and scream in your face. Yes. Both very cute, very fluffy. Not the same. Not the same. This guy here, the fairy opossum, I think is the cutest, but that's just... I'm biased. It's small and it has big eyes. Sometimes they scream at you. Sometimes they scream at the wall. Sometimes they scream at their own ass. They'll scream at just about anything. Thank you for the hydrate. Nom nom nom. Yeah, one of the related searches I got is Virginia opossum playing dead. Yeah. Fairy possum kind of looks like a sugar glider. Yeah, yeah, essentially. Fairy possum, yeah! Fairy possum's cute. Possums have some creepy eyes. Really? I think that there's, oh god, what are they fucking called? Eyes. Eyes are the ones with the creepiest eyes, I think. Eyes. Yeah. Sugar gliders are a type of possum, so that checks out. Yeah, that makes sense. See ya, traveler. Eyes are a type of lemur. Yes. Yes. Tarsiers also weird looking little fucks. Tarsiers are just... Oh, not you. Wait. Someone else was leaving and you were saying bye. Did I miss something? Did I miss someone going to bed? Fuck. Oh, it was Martin going to bed. There it is. Yes. Oh, no. Going about his day. He's not going to bed. He just started his day. See you, Martin. Weppy, my enemy. If you've never seen a tarsier, I'm gonna show you a tarsier. If you don't like weird little fuckers with giant eyes, you're not gonna want to see the tarsier. So I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to look at not the screen so you don't see the tarsier. Because their eyes are fucking weird. Have a good night, Shadow Lord. Have a good night. Get some good rest. Here is a tarsier. You cannot tell me that this man isn't weird looking. You cannot tell me that his eyes do not make you uncomfortable because it looks like there's just fucking holes in them. He's cute? Really? I guess so. He does have really big eyes. Some people think they're cute. Some people think they're weird. I think they're weird, but I also think, yeah, they're kind of cute, but they're odd. Oh, yes. No, good luck with your son. I hope he's not crying for any bad reason, but thank you for popping by. Eyes are just perfect circles. Yes. Pupils are holes, but I think that they're just very, because these guys don't have any, like, their entire eye seems to be, like, very, one color, right? It's just, it makes the pupil much more obvious as being a hole. I mean, holes are, pupils are kind of, have you guys ever just stared at your own eyes before? I don't know if that's a normal thing to do or not, but have you guys ever just, like, stared at your own eyes just to, like, you know, just to, like, look at them, you know? Just to, like, just because, you know? Have you ever done that before? Just to, like, look at them and see how they work and see, you know? Maybe. Yeah, my eyes are weird. Yeah. Okay, and then one, huh. Yeah, alright. So it seems like a lot of us have. On occasion. Yeah. I just think it can be kind of fun just to look at the, like, the different the colors and the way that the textures around the eyes kind of, like, how everything, like, sticks together. I just think it's neat. Yeah. Oh, the potu, more things with big eyes. The potu. The potu. You guys have no idea what I'm looking at. It's fine. Here, wait, I'll share with you guys. Again, if you don't like weird animals with giant eyes, I'm gonna put a potu with giant eyes on the screen. Potu. Potu. I love him. He's so stupid. He also just looks like if you saw him at night, he would eat your soul. Right? Just the weirdest fuck-ass bird. Just the weirdest fuck-ass bird. But this is the eye that I was talking about previously as well. They're kind of weird looking. He looks like a weird little old man who lives in the tree. Yeah. Just a weird little old man, you know? Just a weird little old man. Hi, lobotomy. Yeah, it's an eye. That was the first one that I brought up earlier. Poachis remind you of frog mouths, which always just is like, why you try not to laugh? Face meme. Yeah. Don't like the spider hand? Yeah, the spider hands. He's seen some things. He's definitely seen some things. He's having a time, you know? He's doing his best. He's doing his best. His best varies from day to day, but really, honestly, which of us can say anything else? Dai has special fingers for eating bugs. Yes, they do. They're really neat. They're kind of interesting, honestly. You've seen them. You think opossums specifically just weird you out? Really? Just opossums? Yeah. There's so many weird-looking animals out there. It's very fun. Very fun. We got a few of those. I quite enjoy Lobotomy Corporation, actually. I've never played it, but my weird cousin had a really good time playing it at one point. Yeah, Lobotomy Corporation is a lot of fun. It's someone could spend hours and hours and streams and streams and streams and streams and streams and streams playing that game. Lemurs are so cool. Odd how most people only think of ringtail lemurs like King Julian and Tangle. Yeah, I think lemurs are kind of neat. I think lemurs are also really hit or miss. I know one girly in particular. I guess technically I know two girlies in particular who really hate lemurs. Yeah, Zaboomafoo. Yeah. So Mita and Juliet really hate lemurs. So, but it is what it is, you know, it is what it is. Me and you and Zaboomafoo. You think Zaboomafoo when you hear leader? Yeah, no, that's the first thing I think about when I hear lemurs as well is Zaboomafoo. You have a lemur plush, they're cute. I think lemurs are pretty cute as well. But yes, I do know a couple of people who really don't like lemurs. It's kind of made me want to I'm like, oh, because she doesn't like their eyes. And so it really makes me want to try to make her like, what if I turn her into a tarsier? I just give her giant eyes and those tiny little grabby fingers, you know? You know? I think that'd be kind of funny. What about a slow loris? Okay, slow lorises are like neat in and of themselves. Because I think I've mentioned before about their venom, right? And how like sometimes you'll see slow lorises with half of their faces melted off, because they're like they have venom, and then it's like a mix between the bacteria. It's under armpit bacteria and oil that combines with their saliva, and it creates a venom. But because of that, sometimes they get this mix on their own faces. You know, when they go to lick their own armpit, their saliva gets smeared on their face, and it actually you'll sometimes see slow lorises that have like, yeah, they're not immune to their own venom. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think I've talked about that before. Skill issue. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of a skill issue. They are very cute though. Slow lorises are very cute. They're so stupid though. They're cute little guys. They really are. Let's see. This is a cute picture. What the fuck is? Okay, well, I don't know. Is that a type of image file I can put into OBS? The answer is no. Cool. Cool. Love that. I also hate that kind of file now. Let me save this picture. So those of you who don't know, this is a really stupid picture of a slow loris, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's really fucking cute, so this is the picture you're fucking getting. Anyway, this is a slow loris. He's just a weird little guy, okay? He's just a weird little guy. They don't have like tails really in the same way that you would think of as like a lot of creatures with these giant eyes. Why does he look like he's hitting the Jacko pose? Because he is. Okay, he is. He looks kind of creepy. Yeah, there's another photo where he just kind of looks like a man. But like, you know, they just do weird little things. Like they'll like turn their heads upside down and stuff. And I think they're kind of cute. They can come with all sorts of different markings and stuff. Looks like they're high on their own venom. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Anyway, you get bit by one of these, you're about to have a real bad time. And by that, I mean that there's a high chance you're not gonna ever have a time again. They're slow lorises. Yes, but they are incredibly venomous. Incredibly venomous. So, yeah. But they're very cute. They're very cute. Super cute. It's not a box jellyfish. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know, it is what it is. Ooh, that one has... Ooh, that's interesting. Sorry, now I'm just looking at pictures of slow lorises now. Here, I need to close this window or I'm gonna keep getting distracted. They're cute! They're just little guys. They're just little guys, and I love them. I just really enjoy weird-looking animals. I just... You guys already know. I just think they're neat. I just think they're fun. I just think they're silly. Yeah, I quite enjoy learning about weird little animals. They do have like a flesh-eating bacteria in their saliva. Yes, it's the combination of their saliva and the bacteria that lives in their armpit. Well, it's technically an oil gland in their armpit, but yeah. Anyway, between their saliva and their armpit gunk, they create a venom that is essentially it's a necrotizing bullshit sort of thing. A Discord banned posting golden snub-nosed monkeys in the animal picture chat because the admin says that he's just a guy. He's just a guy, you say. Thanks so much. Salgura, thank you for the super. You are correct. It's not a cult. Okay, wait. I need to show you the first image of this monkey that I got. I don't know. This does not embody he's just a guy to me. I'm an adult, I promise. Monkey balls. Let me get this off the screen. Woo! It's not my fault. It's the first picture I saw. You seen gifs of them standing up? They look like regular guys, do they? Okay, I'll take your word for it, because that's the image I got. That's not just a regular little guy. I don't know. They're real out there. Maybe that's why they said he's just a guy. Is that just a normal guy thing? It is not cherry picked. That was it's literally the first fucking photo. That one and one of the monkey making like face. Those are the two ones, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Have a good one, Salger. Have a good look. It was not cherry picked. Thank you very much. There's when you Google something and you get like the first images on image that like pop up, and my three are that one, the monkey going oh, and the monkey going Those are the three photos that I have, because it's just the three of them in like a little like woo with like golden snub-nosed monkey primate. Those are the pictures I get. It's not my fault. I guess the photos are really popular. I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious. Of all the photos, I feel like that's going to be the one that people click on, you know? I think that's going to be the one that catches attention, so I'm not surprised it's up there. Hello, B. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Look, you know, sometimes you just need to be a little guy in a tree, and sometimes you're just a monkey with your balls out. You only know those monkeys because of one just continuously asking a guy for peanuts. What? For peanuts? That's a very particular thing for a monkey to want to ask a person for. Oh my god, that one looks real. Oh, that's that's a Chinese monkey. Apparently, there's also one called a Yunnan golden monkey. That one is also just a guy, but that one is just a guy who got far too much lip filler and also a really bad nose job. Here. A golden monkey with far too much lip filler and a bad nose job. You tell me I'm wrong. This is just a guy with far too much nose filler or far too much lip filler and a bad nose job. It's just a guy. Hi, JJ. Thank you. Yeah, Michael Jackson with more lip filler. Yes. That is, yes. But apparently it's a Chinese monkey. Super endangered Chinese monkey. I wish I could say you're wrong. I'm not wrong, and you can't say it because you know that I'm not. Can't tell me I'm wrong. It's just a guy. A very specific guy, but it's just a guy. Alright, wait. Golden snub-nosed monkey. Golden snub-nosed monkey is found in several sites in Sichuan, but most of our records come from the autumn and winter sightings at Tangjiahe. Formerly, it was easy to see them in the fopping area of Shanxi, ? I only know the first place. I don't fucking know. Thank you for the hydrate. So are both of these monkeys from the same place? Because this one says golden snub-nosed monkey, which is the first guy with the balls that we saw. But then also the other snub-nosed monkey, the Yunnan golden monkey, is also a snub-nosed monkey. And I'm assuming it's from Yunnan, but I'm assuming it's from Yunnan. Because that's the fucking name it has. Before and after facelift. Oh, no, it's not even before and after facelift. There was just a guy monkey. And he decided that he wanted to become famous. And so he moved to Los Angeles. And he got convinced that there was a really, really good plastic surgeon who could definitely help him make it big on the big screen. And so he went to the plastic surgeon. Yeah. The main difference between the two. The main difference between the two. So Monkey Bogdanov twins. I don't know it. I'm assuming that those are people who fit the story I was telling. I don't know who those people are. But they're surely just little guys. Oh my god, there's pictures of that monkey with where it looks less lippy, and I don't like it. Oh. I need to show you guys a photo of that lip monkey, but like in bushes. Suddenly, much more terrifying. If I saw this in the middle of... I would not be okay. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, that's unsettling. It's so fucking unsettling. No. They look like soulless demons. I know they're just little guys. I know they're just little monkeys. But when you have multiple of them and they're looking at you through the forest, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Give me the ball monkey. I'll take the ball monkey. He is way more chill looking. I don't like those ones. Oh my god. What in the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic is this? Apparently a super endangered monkey from China. Yeah, it's fine. They're super endangered. You'll probably never run into them ever. They are very scary looking though. They either look like they've gotten far too much plastic surgery, or they look like demons who are gonna suck out your souls. Holy shit, I just saw a picture of one with one eye. Oh, never mind. They just put a leaf over top of his eye. No, turns out I'm just stupid. Don't worry about it. Woohoo! It needs to stay endangered, yeah. Just a weird little guy. Just a little weird little guy. It is what it is, you know? Going to have a conversation about your car insurance. It's not like they're geckos or anything. Okay? Why? Why are they doing anything with car insurance? They're not geckos. They're, you know, it's fine. And if I wanted car insurance anyway, which I don't because I don't drive a car, but if I wanted car insurance, I would go talk to Drywall. I would go talk to Drywall. Drywall would sell me insurance. What's the guy go for? Like 20% or less? I don't fucking know. I don't know what the Geico guy sells car insurance for anymore. But I'm sure that it's cheaper than the monkey. Geico once told me I could save 15%. That's what it is. 15% or more on your car insurance. That's the one. Yeah, I would just go to Drywall. I'm sure if I needed car insurance, I would get it cheapest from him. But, you know, there's probably also like a bonus friends and family discount, maybe. Did you see the size of the stub-nosed monkey canines? No, and I don't want to. I don't need to see their dentistry. I don't need to see their dentistry, thank you very much. I don't need it. I don't need it. Kind of like I don't need a car. I don't need car insurance. I don't need to see their dentistry. You know, I already know that if they bit me, it would hurt, right? But that's really just how it is for most animals, you know? If it is an animal and it bites me, it will hurt. Yes, that includes people. If they bite you, it will hurt. To be fair, though, y'all humans do have pretty, like, unsharp teeth for the most part. They're decently blunted. They can and will break skin, though, if you put enough pressure down, and it will still hurt. But they're, you know, they're not as stabby as a lot of other teeth, right? Right? Because, like, for example, a lot of rodents or rodent-type animals have sharp teeth. Very sharp to break things. Or like if there's like a predator or like a meat-eating animal like a cat or a dog even, let alone a wild animal, their teeth are also really sharp. Human bites are incredibly dangerous thanks to infectious bacteria in the mouth. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely they are. Humans are scary. Everyone is always like, oh no, Raccoon, oh no, we're gonna get rabies. No, humans are way scarier. Thank you very much. I'm just a little guy. We've got a bad reputation for no reason. We're just little guys. I don't need a license in a car, Waverly. That's bonus money that I don't have. Also bonus time to try to learn if I'm gonna learn something, it's certainly not going to be to drive. Why? That's gonna take a really long time because I'm gonna have a fucking panic attack every single fucking time I get behind the wheel of the vehicle. Oh, have a good night, Big Red. Get a good birthday sleep. Get a good birthday sleep. Yeah. No particular reason a raccoon was chosen as the main character in Sly Cooper. Raccoons are completely innocent. Yes, completely innocent and very smart. We're very good at planning things. Not necessarily great at following through, but we're very good at planning things. Yes. Hello. Did Pekoe do much in the farm server last night? I did some. On the server. I'll do more on the server tomorrow. Yes, I will be hopping off soon too. I know. Yeah, no, I'll do more on the server tomorrow. We're streaming 1 a.m. and then at 5:30 p.m. and then 10 p.m. 2 of those streams are on the server. Tomorrow night at 1 a.m., we will be going into the end. Because I know that tomorrow morning, I believe, let me just make sure that I'm not crazy, because I could be crazy. I could be crazy, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow morning, yes, I am correct. Tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean today. By tomorrow I mean in under 6 hours, Strawny and a bunch of other girlies are going to be killing the Ender Dragon, which means the end is open. I will not be joining them to kill the dragon. I wish them all the best, though. I know a lot of them have actually never killed the dragon before. But yes, they will be doing that, which means the end will be open, which means that I want to go in there and try to get an elytra before they're all fucking gone. They might already be really picked over by the time we get on, because I won't be able to get on for a hot second. But I'm hoping that it'll be okay. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be okay. So, I'll just have to figure out where the stronghold is. I'm probably going to like rewatch their VODs whilst I'm at work or something so that I can figure that out. But that is the plan for tomorrow. So, you know, it'll be fine. Shulker shells for boxes, yes, that too. It'll make it way easier to have items if we have a bunch of shulker shells to like split things up for organization, but also just so that we can carry around 12,000 different shulker shells just for funsies. Now that is if I can kill things. That is if we can get to that point. We'll see. I will probably be on the server for a little bit tonight. I won't be really talking to anyone, so I'm gonna count that as rest. I will be going to bed early though, so I won't be on for super long probably. But that way I can do some leveling up and prepping beforehand. So hopefully that'll be fun. Hopefully that'll be a good time. Yeah. On that note though, let me go see who is up and around. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll either be watching Mira or like a Hermitcraft video probably and playing Minecraft. Shulker boxes are wonderfully useful. Just so fantastic. Let's see. I just want to really quickly see if anyone other than Mira is streaming, because we often... Oh, Roro is going! Okay, I think we're gonna go actually hang out with Roro. Does Roro multi-stream? I think she does. Let me just double check. Roro is one of my wives. She does multi-stream. Perfect. Yes, we're gonna go hang out with Roro. She is one of my wives. Also, Jelen, well, thank you for the gifted membership, just in case I didn't say earlier. Yes, she is one of my wives. She is on the VSMP server as well right now. Yeah, you say already, but yeah, I'm not feeling super well because my body is kind of recovering from not sleeping. for more than 3 hours at a time whilst my bunny was sick. So I'm trying to take it easy because tomorrow we have 3 streams. 3 streams. Yeah, my throat's a little fucky-wucky. So what I've been drinking is like a vitamin drink, and I'll bring some bonus vitamin-y things to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to keep myself in tip-toppy shape. But let me see. Oh wow, there's so many people. I love the VSMP because it means that there's so many people streaming that I can raid into. It's wonderful. It's so good. Tomorrow is in Wednesday or Thursday. As in Thursday. Because the next stream is technically Thursday at 1 a.m. PST. 1 a.m. PST, and then 5:30 p.m. PST, and then 10 p.m. PST. So those are what we're doing. Those are what we're doing on Thursday. All right. Yeah, let's go give my wife lots and lots of love, please. I think she is on a BRB screen right now, but I'm sure she'll probably be back really shortly. Yeah, so let's give her tons and tons of love. You'll probably see me up and around on the server, but I probably won't really be talking to anyone. I'll just be prepping things and like using my skeleton farm, which haha teehee, I did one of those. To try to get some levels or something so that I can prep for tomorrow's stream and we can go to the end. Yay! We'll see how many people we can drag over there with us, but it should be fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out today. I super appreciate it. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.